Okay, I need to get this out. How I Met Your Mother is a really great show. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite shows of all time, I think. The You could complain about a lot, of course, and that's what I'm gonna do. But I just want to get that out that I really love How I Met Your Mother. It's probably one of the best shows that I've seen for a very long time, and I watch it often. Often, I really often. I think that it has to do with a lot of like I don't know. It's an easy show to watch. It has a lot of fun moments and so on, but it's like yeah. Um, so the as probably everyone knows, the last episode pisses a lot of people off, including me. And that's I think the reason because it does is because it has this aura of almost negativity to it. It's I mean, here's the big things that people hate about the episode. It's this is what happened. A big spoiler here. If you haven't seen the last episode of How I Met Your Mother, don't watch this video. So here we have Robin and Barney breaks up. They get a divorce. We have the mother dying. We have the band splitting up. Basically, we have uh, Ted revealing that the story he has told to his children is because he wants to get back together with Robin, which he does in the end. I heard I heard that this was like a plan that they had. They were planning to do this. I think even like in the first season because the kids that talk that's pre-taped since like season 2, season 3, they knew they were going to have this ending. The problem is it doesn't fit the rest of the show. So you have like a you have like this I don't know how to say it either. You have this kind of weird thing where that would be a kind of cool way to end it. Actually, really cool plot twist to end the show on, but it doesn't match the show now that it's been going on for 9 seasons. And I'm gonna try to address some of these. First of all, Robin and the thing that I have like the most against, which the thing that I really hated about this. I'm a guy who doesn't mind the 9th season. It was kind of hard to sit through the 9th season as it came out, like season after the episode after episode of like the show going nowhere. It's like the whole 9th episode is just 3 days in their lives. But it's perfect for binge watching. I'm just saying, it's really perfect. It works actually really good. I don't mind most of the episode. It contains one of my favorite episodes, How the Mother Met Me episode, which is so good. It's just it just encapsulates everything about the comedy of the show and the also the tragedy of the show. Because it is kind of also it is kind of both. It's a tragedy and a comedy. The big tragedy about the show is Ted Mosby, who can't get over this girl, Robin. And this goes on the second they break up. It's a will they, won't they, where everyone else know that they shouldn't. But except Ted and Robin, apparently. I mean, and I don't get it. I find it very weird. Let's say that. I mean, they build up they build up this marriage between Robin and Barney. Not only one season of why should they? That's basically everything that happens between Robin and Barney and the whole 9 seasons. That's a year of watching. Is why would they? Why should they be married? And it begins even further back, and then they got together in the fourth season. They have a lot more in common, and a lot more chemistry than Robin and Ted ever did. Uh, that's why it pains me when they break up, when they get divorced, and like a just one episode afterwards. It's like they get married, and the next episode, oh, they're gone, and it starts this chain of events, which I also hate. It starts this dour tone of the entire last episode, and I don't get it. It's so. I mean, Robin and Barney actually say Ted narrates in the probably the last episode when they get married, and he narrates and says that Robin and Barney have vowed to love each other as much as they can, do everything in their power. They're not gonna be perfect, but they're gonna love each other as much as they can. And then they throw it all away, and that vow pretty much meant shit to them, because they were married in 3 years, and none of them knew how to make sacrifices. Apparently, I don't buy it. I actually think they do. I think the season 9 have showed them both make sacrifices, and for some reason the showrunners were out. Now they have to break up because Ted is gonna end up with Robin, and why does Ted end up with Robin? They've established that they are terrible together. They're not. The biggest thing, I have a couple friends who when they started dating, they said that the biggest thing, that when you start when you date and stuff like that, you have to know that you're on the same track. And I don't buy that Robin and Barney weren't on the same track, and because I think they were, but Ted and Robin definitely weren't. I mean, is Ted gonna give up like everything and the kids and stuff like that to go travel with Robin? I don't think that relationship is gonna last, because they're not heading at the same place. So that makes the ending even more sad. And about the mother dying, I don't mind it, actually. I feel that it makes sense in a storytelling perspective, actually. They have a couple of scenes, like one of the scenes where in the 9th season, where Ted mentions to the mother, like, no, the mother mentions to Ted that what mother doesn't go to her own daughter's wedding, and Ted breaks down crying because they have got the diagnosis and she's gonna die, and that's a really strong moment. The same can be said of one of the last episodes of season 8, where Ted like imagines the whole episode pretty much, and he gets to a point where just Barney tells him, dude, you're all alone here. We've gone up. Lily and Marshall are with their kid, and Barney and Robin is with each other planning the wedding. And Ted just goes out and he tells his kids, you kids know exactly where I would go the very first thing that I did. And then he goes to the mother. He goes, hey, you don't know this, but in 45 days, we're going to meet and we're going to fall in love, and then we're going to get married and have kids and stuff like that. And it ends with him like almost crying, I want those 45 days. And we as the audience we think, at least I did the first time, I'm not as smart as other people, maybe. uh, we think that he means, oh, because being with her is so good that he wants 45 more days with her. But what he means is that he has lost her because she's dead and he wants 45 more days with her. And that's hard, man. That's tragic. But it fits the tone of the series. It's tragic. And okay, so I'm fine with her dying actually. What I'm not fine with is everything else. And here we come to the end of the all. It's such a dour episode. It's such a harsh and dark episode. I mean, love that doesn't last, love that is taken away by death. Ted, who has spent the entire this last 5 seasons of the series just trying to get over Robin, and it's like at least the 2 last seasons is a big deal that I can't let her go, and I think one of my favorites where he kind of lets her go the first time is the episode where they where she has broken up with Kevin, and yeah, and everything goes on, and they say like, and Robin is like, yeah, I don't love you like that, and he just refuses to take the hint, and everything just happens, and finally he lets her go in the 9th season, and he meets the mother, and they're happy. So from a storytelling perspective, it doesn't make sense that he would then go back to Robin. That in my view is a man that did something horrible. He was caught. He was stuck in something. He was chained to this girl who he had feelings for, and he just couldn't let her go. But finally he did. Finally he could let her go, release her, and now he's back in the habit. It's like, hello, here's this drug addict that the ending is he got back to the thing he loved. Cocaine. I don't like this ending because of that. I don't like this ending. And maybe I still enjoy the show. Every episode except the last. The last one always gets me. It's like I even enjoy that a bit. It's cool. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the last episode. Why it's not necessarily a bad episode, but it's a betrayal from what the entire show stands for. It is. It rambles on about destiny and things working out, and then they at the end don't work out at all, pretty much. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. I'll see you some other time. Bye bye.